YouTube, what's going on today, everybody? Back here with a quick video for you guys. We're gonna go over my predictions, excuse me, of this big card we have coming up this Saturday, man. UFC 225, man. Gonna be the first pay-per-view I buy since 200, and I regret buying that one. So we're just gonna get into my predictions. I won't really go too in depth, but let's get it on. I don't know why we're here. Mike Santiago and Dan Ige. I'm not too familiar with either one of them. I think from the looks of it, actually, it looks like Santiago is going to try to get the fight to the ground. If you look at his takedown accuracy, and it looks like he can also stuff a takedown. But I won't pick that. I won't pick that fight because I'm not familiar with either one of them. Charles Oliveira versus Clay Guida at lightweight. I got Oliveira. I think his striking is going to be a little bit better, and if he gets the fight to the ground, he will submit Clay Guida easily. Joseph Benavidez, Sergio Pettis. Interesting matchup, because if Sergio can keep it on the feet, I got him all day. Benavidez' last matchup, I thought Cejudo lit him up. Honestly, I thought he won the fight. Clean striking by Cejudo. You know, wasn't really, well, he was missing a bit, but wasn't missing a lot, and his striking just looked completely better. Maybe that's why I had him winning, because his striking impressed me. Maybe he actually didn't win, I don't know. But Benavidez did get the takedowns in that fight, and if he gets the takedowns in this fight, he's gonna win. You know, no secret to beating Sergio Pettis at this point. Take him down. So if I had to pick one, as much as it hurts for me to pick, I would have to go Benavidez if I'm a betting man, because I feel like he's gonna get him to the ground. Rashad Evans versus Anthony Smith. Oh man, Rashad's getting knocked out. Rashad's getting knocked out. Anthony Smith's gonna take this fight, and if not that night, Rashad Evans will be retiring after this loss. Come back to this video after he does. Not familiar with either of these two, so we're just gonna move right along. Backtick, I'm picking Backtick. Do I wanna say knockout or a submission? I don't know how he's gonna win. He actually doesn't have a lot of submissions, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, 70%. I feel like Backtick gets the decision. I feel like he'll get the decision. Next, strawweight. One of my many ladies that I love, Claudia Cadella versus Carla. Let me shoot. No, her striking's getting better. Let me stop. Versus Carla Esparza. I got Claudia. I mean, there's just level in this division. There's levels. There's levels in this division. Rose, Claudia, Joanna, Carolina. If Tisha can win, I'll put her up there as well. Then there's the middle of the pack. Carla, I would have in the middle of the pack. And there's a gap between those 5 women and everybody else. There is. So, of course, I'm going Claudia, you know. But, I mean, you know, Carla's striking has gotten better. But I feel like just, I mean, everywhere, Claudia's going to be better. Everywhere. Now, this fight got pushed. this great matchup, interesting matchup, got pushed to the prelims, man. Wow. That's crazy. I'm a Holly Holm fan, but like this is a pay-per-view fight. You know, this is definitely a pay-per-view fight. Curtis Blades versus Alistair Overeem. Man, oh man. Is Blades gonna be able to get Overeem to the ground? We all know Overeem has a weak chin, but I don't feel like Blades has the striking or the power to expose that. So the question is, can Blades get the fight to the ground? If he can get the fight to the ground, honestly, still not over. It's still not over. Overeem's a well-rounded fighter, man. He's a great fighter. Great fighter. I have to go against Blades here. I feel like he's young, he's on the rise though, so it's hard to pick against him because everything's going right for him, and not everything is going right for Alistair. But I gotta go Alistair. If I'm a betting man, if I'm gonna put money on one of them, I gotta go with the Reem. So now we are going to be moving on to the pay-per-view, a great pay-per-view. This is a money grab, man. I mean, Punk's gonna put people in seats, period. Hate it or not, you know. I feel like the people that hate it are like maybe like old school throwback MMA fans, or the, you know, typical casual trying to fit in, you know. Me, I don't mind it. We all should understand why this fight is on the main card. The UFC is a business. They want to make money. CM Punk's gonna make them money. I feel like this is me kind of wanting him to win, but I'm gonna go CM Punk with the decision. I feel like he'll get the fight to the ground, because I don't feel like he'll be able to strike with Mike Jackson. Mike Jackson actually got good sparring when it comes to boxing. He has good sparring when it comes to boxing. He's sparring some top-notch amateurs in boxing. But I guess because I want him to win, I'm gonna go CM Punk. Next, Arlovsky versus I don't know how to say that name, but hey man, dude can crack. I don't remember his last fight. Actually, I was getting ready to say I remember him knocking dude out, but he has 100% KO TKO. But man, he's impressive. This big dude, this big Australian dude, is impressive, guys. I remember this tattoo, man. I feel he puts it on Arlovsky, man. He sleeps him within a round. Come back to me, man, after it's done. Come back to me. Home versus Megan Anderson. God, Holly. If you know me, you know Holly is my number one. She's my number one. I love her. That's my UFC wife. I mean, God, man, sculpted from God, and a pretty face with the nice freckles. But this is a weird matchup, man. This is I don't know why she's at 145, guys. I don't. This chick's 6 foot tall. How 74-inch reach? Oh, it's 72. It says it right there. Duh. But she's slow. She's slow. She looks very slow. Compared to Cyborg, she's slow for a 145, I think. Kicks, punches, everything's slow. You know, and she's got some wins over people that probably may not even fight anymore. So it's like, how can I pick her over Holly Holm, who's gonna really just have that speed advantage? This is gonna be her fight. She's gonna be able to get in and get out for 3 rounds easy. Her last fight, she was very predictable about when to come in and when to get out, and Cyborg was just timing her, man. Hopefully she changes that up, because I mean, this is a bigger girl, so you don't want to be too predictable and she gets a lucky punch. So I'm going Holly for that one. Our co-main event, RDA versus Colby Covington. I'm just gonna be straight up here. I don't see how Colby can win this fight. I don't see where he can win this fight at, guys. I don't. I don't. You can say, oh, he's a wrestler, and Khabib, look what Khabib did to Artie. That was a long time ago. That was what, 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. That was a long time ago. Not worried about that at all. Colby, I mean, besides Maya, and I know he fought the Korean, I think Japan or Korean, I forgot the dude's name, Doing Hoin Kim, but like, I mean, those are gonna be the only recognizable names. And he knocked out the dude that beat Perry, but I mean, he doesn't have a lot of recognizable names on his resume. But man, if he can get it down to the ground, I definitely believe he's built for 5 rounds. Definitely do. But I can't see him getting it to the ground, guys. And honestly, if Colby does pull it out, I'm gonna be hyped. And I'm not a Colby fan, and I'm not a Colby hater. But if he pulls it out, you guys, I'm gonna be so hyped, because I just, like what I said, I just don't see him winning this fight. So I want to get hyped, you know. I want to be yelling and getting crunk in the cave, man. I do. But if I'm betting, safe bet is RDA. Now this fight, this is, man, I'm gonna have to make a pick. I'm gonna have to make a pick. I haven't been trying to make a pick on this fight. Yoel and Robbie, man. First fight, Yoel was, I mean, taking him down, and it just exerting a lot of energy. And by round 2, he was done. His last fight against Rockhold, I felt like he paced himself way better. He knew he exploded, and that was it. He didn't do too much after the explosion. He didn't go in and try to shoot and you know, just blow his load early. If he can do that, he can make it very tough on Robert Whittaker, who's been out for what, a year now or so. It's where I think we're headed to a year. I think it'll be a year in July. I think he's at the 11th month mark. But man, this is a good matchup. This is going to be a good fight. I don't see anybody getting knocked out. Both very tough fighters. But then again, maybe Yoel does knock Robbie out. If I had to pick somebody to get knocked out, it would be Whittaker. But ultimately, I feel like Whittaker's gonna be healthy. He's gonna change some things up, work that teep, you know, dig that in deep, attack Yoel's body, and he's gonna slow him down regardless. So that's why I am going to go with Robert Whittaker to retain. And then we get that KG versus RW matchup, man. I'm ready for that, baby. But you too, I'm done. Tomorrow, you know, cleared from what, 6 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're not doing nothing, because this is a great card. Buy the card, support the card. And this is coming from somebody, like I said, who hasn't purchased a card since UFC 2000. Support it. Support it. Y'all gotta support it, man. Y'all have to, man. This gate should be high, man. This gate should be high, guys. Come on. Spend that 60 or however. I don't even know how much a pay-per-view is. It's been that while. But anyway, I'm done rambling on. See y'all in my next video, which will be after the pay-per-view. And I'm out. Peace.